Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Phrasal Verb Quiz Part 30. In this video, you must choose the correct word to complete the phrasal verb in each question. You may need to pause the video at each question to think of your answers. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 1. And the answer is, hackers cleaned out my bank account after they stole my credit card number. Cleaned out in this context means to empty a place or a thing of everything that's in there. And this is what happened in our example. The hackers got the credit card number of this person and they took all the money out. All right, they cleaned out. That's what we say. They cleaned out the bank account. All right, number 2. And the answer is, I thought that he was a friendly guy, but he came off as arrogant in his interview on TV last night. All right, in this case, to come off, it's used a lot when we're describing how someone is perceived by somebody else. Or you may even say what the person's opinion of somebody is. And that's what happened in our example. The person had an opinion of this guy as being very friendly, but then he came off, right? This perception changed. And his new perspective of this person was that he wasn't friendly. He was actually arrogant. That's how he came off. All right, number 3. And the answer is, I couldn't believe that the used car salesperson conned my son into buying his new car, which turned out to be a disaster for him. If you con someone, you try to persuade them to do something, usually with lies and deception. That's what a con is, okay? It's a dishonest way to trick someone into doing something. You con them. And that's what happened in our example here. The used car salesman conned this person's son or tricked him or deceived his son into buying his car. All right, number 4. And the answer is, the police chief said that the report on crime in the city would be along by the end of the week. The way it's used here with be along, it basically means that something will arrive. And we even say it will come along. Okay, so this is what happened here in the example. I guess the people were expecting this report from the police chief, and then he said that it will be along or that it will arrive by the end of the week. Got it? All right, number 5. And the answer is, I heard on the news that we are in for some terrible weather this weekend. All right, if we're in for something or to be in for something, it means to expect something or to anticipate something. That's what it means here, okay? And this is how we use it, right? We're in for, right? We will expect that something's going to happen. And in this case, the news anticipated this terrible weather that they would have. Got it? All right, number 6. And the answer is, the thieves thought that they had gotten away with the robbery, but the police were onto them very quickly and arrested them last night. If someone is onto something, it just means that they figure out or they realize that something is going on or they realize the truth of something, to be onto. Okay, and that's what happened in our example. The police were onto. They figured out what the thieves were going to do and they arrested them. Got it? All right, number 7. And the answer is, I was taken aback by how well my son did on his last math test. Now, to be taken aback, this means to be shocked at something. All right, I know it's mixed up with to be surprised by something, and these are very, very similar expressions, to be surprised or to be taken aback. To be taken aback usually means shocked. And that's what happened in our example. The person was shocked by the high score that his son got on the test. All right, number 8. And the answer is, I kicked back this weekend after a hard week at work. To kick back simply means to relax. And it's informal, but it's used a lot. All right, and this person had a very hard week at work, so he or she relaxed. He or she kicked back. Number 9. And the answer is, my wife and I kicked around the idea of hiring a maid because we both work long hours and have no time to clean our home. If you kick around something, this just means that you discuss something. And that's exactly what happened in our example. The person's wife and he kicked around the idea. They discussed the idea of hiring a maid. All right, the final question, number 10. And the answer is, I wrote up the lab report for our science department last night. Now, if you write up something, just simply means that you finalize a document. All right, you write down whatever the information is on a document. And, this could even be an invoice if you're buying something, or in this case, it's a report. So if you write something up, let's say you fill it out or you complete some kind of a document, and that's what it means in this example also with the lab report. Got it? That's all for this video. Thanks again for subscribing. There'll be more videos coming, all right, with phrasal verbs. So, remember what I always say, keep practicing! See you next time.